5 times I received from the Jews the 40 lashes minus 1. 3 times I was beaten with rods. Once I was stoned. 3 times I was shipwrecked. I spent a night and a day in the open sea. In my frequent journeys, I've been in danger from rivers and from bandits, in danger from my countrymen and from the Gentiles, in danger in the city and in the country, in danger on the sea and among false brothers, in labor and in toil and often without sleep, in hunger and thirst and often without food, in cold and nakedness. 2 Corinthians 11, verse 24 to 27. 8 beatings, 1 stoning, 3 shipwrecks, constant danger, hunger, thirst, cold. All these were the experiences Paul might have avoided had he been willing to live a more ordinary life. He might even have been a Christian and escaped these hardships had he chosen to be an ordinary Christian. But extraordinary man that he was, he could not be satisfied with just a conventional life. Gladstone was on a holiday in Scotland, walking along a country lane when a storm came up. The snow began to fall and the wind howled. As he walked along, he noticed the sheep coming up out of the hollows and from underneath the trees, going out to stand on the bare hillsides facing the storm. A little later, he met an old shepherd and said to him, "Are not sheep the most foolish of animals? Here is a storm pending, and instead of remaining in shelter, they are courting the fury of the blast. If I were a sheep, I would remain in the hollow." The shepherd replied, "Sir, if you were a sheep, you'd have more sense." Then he pointed out that down in the hollows, the drafts came, and death. Instinctively, the sheep knew that their only safety was on the hills, facing the storm. Paul's success was the result of his endurance. In no other way could the gospel of Christ have been carried to the Roman world. Someone had to take the beatings and stonings, brave the dangers, and endure the privations, and finally die a martyr. Paul was the man whom God could use for his hazardous and painful task because he was willing to face the storm. Are we willing to face the storm for the sake of the gospel and spreading the good news of Christ? And as always, think on these things.